Ta-da! Hi everyone, I'm your ShameleSis, Shameless Sister. So today ShameleSis is gonna tell you guys a story about when I was kidnapped in Turkey. So it was in 2018 and October. So the thing that why I went to Turkey, because that time Turkey's currency got devaluated. So it was like, I think it dropped around 50%. So I think myself as a speculator, sometimes I check around like the country, like, oh, this country's money just dropped. I would think like, oh, maybe I should go there to buy something. So this is the first reason, because everything there is getting cheaper. And second was that because that time I was taking the IELTS exams and English exam. So then I did some research. I found out that the average level of the score of that test, okay, in Turkey is somehow very low. So, because my English is good, but not that good. So I think that if I go there, by comparison, I would get a little higher score. So this is also my speculation. Based on these two reasons, okay, so I went there. I went to Istanbul. So after the test, I was thinking, okay, maybe I'm getting tired and I should just go around to check different places like sightseeing. So there was a place, it's called Grand Bazaar. And then I went there, but unfortunately it was closed. And there was a handsome guy, he stopped me and he was trying to ask me about where to go, like asking the road. I was like, oh my god, so handsome. So I was thinking, okay. Anyway, so I was like, normally, if some people stop me, especially I'm a foreigner as well, how come I would know where to go? I think the best way is that you ask a local person. So that's why whenever someone, stopped me to ask the road or something, I would just politely and instantly say, oh, sorry, I don't know, and I would just keep on walking. But that guy was so handsome, I was thinking, okay, I'm glad to help. So he was asking me about a place, they were playing some show. I had no idea, but it was like a very traditional, conventional, like events, culture events. It seemed like it is something that you want to go. So basically, he offered me, he said, hey, you want to go with me together? I was thinking, oh, it's nice. Okay, this guy's handsome, and probably I'm going to seduce him. And also right now, I had nothing to do. And I was thinking, okay, I'd like to go with you. So then we were just keep walking, and then we were talking to each other. And then during the way, and he told me his name was Ali. He told me he was from Dubai. And he somehow told me he was a rich kid. Third, that he told me that he came to Turkey also for like traveling, something like that, like being alone. I was, that moment I was getting a little suspicious because, he doesn't look like a rich guy at the first, because, yeah, it's just like a very cheap clothes. Okay, I was being judgmental. I was like a judgmental bitch, but it's okay because your judgment helps you to differentiate, what is the truth, what is the false. So that's why I don't really mind that. I didn't say it all that, oh, I judge you, you're cheap or something, but something's, wrong in my head. I have my own judgment. I have my own common sense. You cannot just tell me this thing and you hope I would 100% believe you. That doesn't, work for me. At that moment, I think that he thought I was just an ordinary person. I mean, like everybody else. I didn't know I was a gay, so he was trying to find some interesting topics because most of the guys, they like to talk about football and like cars, watches. I was thinking that, okay, so whatever, even I had no idea about football, but at least, I can say some names. And also whenever he says something, I would say, oh, yeah, oh, yeah, correct. I would, pretend I was interested in his topics. So we kept walking and walking. He also proposed that there was a bar. He said he would like to invite me to go there with him. And I said, Ali, I think you are Muslim, right? And he said, yeah, I'm Muslim. I was like, I think your religion doesn't allow you to drink alcohol. Why the fuck you drink alcohol? I mean, if you go to the bar. And he was like, it's like this thing, And I was thinking like, oh, may I say like your guys, even though you believe Muslim, you believe Allah, but you don't give a fuck about what is going on in your Bible, right? So basically, you just believe the religion like an entertainment. Is that true? And he said, yeah, because we're young generations, we're not like an old traditional, like conventional people, like they fucking believe the religion in a very serious way. We just believe religion is like something is our culture in a very casual, like easygoing way. I was thinking, oh, that's fine, if I think like, oh, if everyone is like believing the religion is like more like a recreation, then this world gonna be peaceful, right? Because nobody gonna be so radical. And so basically we had some interesting conversation about whether the God exists, whether it is necessary for religion to play its role in the modern society. And also I shared a story with him about my aunt. So my aunt, she believes different gods, like Buddha, Allah, like Jesus. She's kind of giving a competition to all kinds of gods and then make them to see like which one is more powerful. Every day, they will believe like a different god. If that god bring the wish come to true for her on that day, and she will give high credibility to that god. So if that god doesn't work, and she will just somehow like rank them down. And it was funny, it was very funny. I will share more story of her and with your guys in the future. But today we're gonna talk about Ali. Then after I told the story of my aunt to Ali, and he was laughing, and I think he was smart. He said something. He said, "Oh, if everyone is acting like your aunt, they won't be very serious about their religion, and they could see religion in a more like a broader and a higher perspective way." That's why I like Ali that time. I mean, I like him more because not only he's handsome, but also he talks smart. Okay, so he gave me some like very positive, smart response. It's not like other people, they will judge you or they will judge the story. They will think that, oh, this is not a real believer or some stuff. That's why I enjoy the conversation with Ali, because it doesn't go serious. But I think that the more I was talking with Ali, I figured out that he must be a scammer. The first is that he said his father was the shareholder of Zara. And then when I asked about like, do you know like which country Zara was founded, established? And he had no idea. Second, actually there were some people, they were very rich, but they dressed everything in a very frugal way. It was okay. But, the way he was dressing was not just frugal. It was just like very cheap, dirty, and untidy. You don't feel like this guy is coming here to travel. You feel like this guy come here to beg. So he's like homeless. And the third, that actually during the way we were walking, we found a watch store. So we went inside. I think everyone know the brand that Rolex. But actually, in the top 10 watch brands, like Rolex is just in the middle level. It's not the top one, neither the bottom ones. The brands higher than this is like a Gija Lecoultre and like IWC. Those watches are more expensive. I asked a question because at that time I already felt like he was a scammer. So I asked a question. I said, do you know IWC? And he had no idea. I think that time he thought I was looking for a toilet, because WC is toilet, I is like I want to go to toilet. So he had completely no idea about what was that brand, and also he didn't know a lot of things. So that's why I could easily tell he was lying all the time. He was not a rich kid, and he was not from Dubai. It was all just bullshit. And but because he was handsome, then I was thinking that, I wanna, give it a try. I don't wanna see like what kind of like drama or like what kind of trick you wanna play on me. And it's like an adventure for me. So I came to Turkey is because I'm looking for something that is different. Then I think, okay, so if it's a scammer, and I will see that which guy's IQ and EQ is higher. Is me beating him or is him beating me? Because for a scammer, you have to be smart in IQ because you have to think of different tricks. And also you have to be smart in EQ because it somehow requires a certain level of acting. You have to put together with your facial expression and with your body language and together with your information, your talking, then in order to deliver this message into your target, your victim. If anything that has low connection, they don't articulate well, that victim can easily tell that you are lying and they wouldn't trust you. And then if that happens, it means like all your lies or the time you invested to scam that person would be zero, would be, useless. So that time I was somehow excited, I wanted to know like what is going on. And I think if I could beat him or maybe get him, be my man, suck his bamboo. I think that would be epic for me. Like, oh, so good. Because at least, I was lonely and Ali was handsome. So that was the only like sexual original like motivation for me, in order to make him believe that I'm jumping into his trap. In Turkey, the emergency call and the police call is 155. I sent a message to my mom. I told her like every 30 minutes, I will send you a message in order to tell you like where I am. If I didn't reply you, within like after 30 minutes, and then you should call this number. That time my mother was like petrified. She was like, what the hell you're doing? What the fuck what the fuck is going on? If it's dangerous, get away from that. And then I basically just, I basically just ignored all my mother's messages. I was thinking, it's fine, because I think the scammers, they just want to get your money. They don't want to, kill you or whatever. I personally think Ali is a smart guy, and I personally think everyone, like every scammer, they just want money. They don't really want to, kill someone or, get their ass into the crime. So we kept walking and walking, and we went into a small, dark alley. And then I also sent the location to my mom, and also I took pictures. Then we went up into a wooden house, and we went to the second floor, and there was a guy. It was like a bodyguard, and it was a little dark, but they have the pink lights. He said that was the traditional show they're gonna play here. I was thinking, it doesn't look like a traditional show, like a theater or something. It looks like more like a prostitute place. It's like that. And then he sat there and he ordered the Turkish tea. It was very cheap. I think it's only $1 or what, I forgot. But actually it was paid by him. He asked like when the show would start. But actually the bodyguard told him that was too early because that was only 7 p.m. So probably they need to wait a little longer, like 1 hour or 2 hours later. And at the same time, I was checking, with my phone. I Googled about the Turkey street scam. And I found some articles. The articles talk about like the trick is that they always bring you to a cheap place. They buy you tea to make you feel that they are not scammer because they don't order something that is expensive. And then after the tea house, and they will bring you to the bar. So in the bar, and they're gonna order something that is, like champagne or some stuff, and they will find a way to make you pay the money. So that time I thought I was already 30% of his trap. And I remember there was a Starbucks not far from the watch store. So I proposed that, hey, I said, Ali, we should better go to the Starbucks. Because I felt I was a little tired. Probably I need to drink some coffee in order to get my energy back. So basically, he followed me. We went to the Starbucks. And that time I said, hey, Ali, you are rich. And you see I'm not that rich. Probably can you pay for me? And he was like, oh, yeah, I will buy you coffee or some stuff. Things like that. Because that time I was just also playing my trick. I want to see like how rich he is because I want to see his wallet. Because from the guy's wallet, you can basically know a lot of information by checking, how many cards inside, how many cash inside. You also can tell a lot of like that person's financial situation like that. It's not 100% sure. It works for 70%. The song he took out his wallet, and I found there was no money inside. It was so fucking poor. And also, it was only one card. And then he took out that card, and he was about to flush. But I can tell his face was very uncomfortable. And then I suddenly stopped that. I just grabbed his hand. I said, hey, Ali, it's fine. Let me pay for it. I was just kidding. And you can see his face suddenly got released. Like his expression was a little nervous or a little intense, a little twisted. But after I said that, he got a big relief. And he said, oh, it's fine, I can pay for it. And I said, no, let me pay for it. And so I just, pushed him away. I paid 2 coffee. And then during the time, we were waiting for the coffee, I told Ali, hey, Ali, I need to go to the toilet. Just wait for me here. So I went to the toilet room. In Starbucks, they have the huge black, very tall, like a trash bin. It has a cover. It's like a dome. I just basically just took it away. And then also, in the rubbish bag, it was all like the toilet paper, like used toilet paper. For me, I think the most disgusting place would be the safest place as well. So I basically just took that, garbage bag out from the bin. I got 2 phones. So one is iPhone 6 and one is iPhone 10. So the iPhone 10, of course, is more expensive. So I put the phone, I put my wallet, all the valuable belongings into a transparent plastic bag. And I tied it up, and then I put it back to the bottom of the bin. And then I put the disgusting plastic bag, rubbish bag back there, and put the half-sphere dome on top of it to cover it. And I only had $50 with me, and also the iPhone 6, the crappy phone. And then I went out. I found Ali already took the coffee, so we were sitting there. Actually, I forgot what we talked about. It took around 1 hour and a half. Then he said, hey, we should go to the bar because the bar probably is open. And then I think, okay, so I think right now I'm coming to his 60% of his trap. That time I wanted to give up, to be honest. I think that it's gonna be a big trouble, gonna be a big drama. But somehow the other part of me, the psychopathic part of me, was excited. I was thinking, oh my god, I should go there, I should go and then check like whether this scammer what he gonna do with me. So yeah, I followed him. Whenever I passed some new building, or I think that building is special, I would take a photo. It looks like I was like sightseeing, like a tourist, like taking photos around. But actually, whenever I took that photo, I would send that to my mother. So the police would easily locate me. Then I remember that we passed through a very narrow road, and then there was a building. But you can see like the stairs on the two sides. I mean, it has like a neon lights. It looks fancy. It looks like some basic setup for a bar. We went inside. It was like a club. Then we sat at a table. There was something that was interesting. It's like when I sat there, just after 5 minutes or some stuff, and then I started to hear the Chinese DJ music like playing at the background. I was like, whoa! They know I'm a Chinese. And I think first there's a lot of Chinese tourists, everywhere in the world. It wouldn't be a surprise that they thought I was Chinese, and then they played this, Chinese DJ music in order to give me a huge welcome or some stuff. But just because of this, that was too much. It was too much because normally if you are a bar, you have your own like music playing list, right? Then you have a specific music to play in order to fit your vibe. Just because I'm a customer, I'm not a VIP or some stuff, right? I just came inside and then you pick up the music that is according to my nationality or some stuff, and that was so obvious, like a trap for me. I somehow felt like that moment, it was like a ritual. It's like I was the victim, I was the sacrifice, the cultist. They're trying to sacrifice me in order to get benefit or some stuff, and the Chinese DJ music was just like the chant in order to proceed this ritual. So that was so ironic. But anyway, part of me, the psychopathic part of me was also excited. I wanted to know what kind of trick you guys are gonna play. The waiter came over and he provided us with a menu. So when I checked the menu, everything was a little like a reasonable price. I took out my phone and I took photo of that menu and I marked the drink I wanted to order. This is also a trick for a lot of bars. They probably at the very beginning they provide you a menu with the cheap drink, but at the end when you want to pay the bill, and you will find out that you have to pay more. And then we'll ask for the price, and they will give you another menu. The menu shows the more expensive price. I know this trick. I will always take the photo of that and also mark it. Then there was a music changing, the light was flashing, and then suddenly there were a bunch of blonde girls from Ukraine, and they were walking on the stage, and they were dressing like a bunny, like a bikini things, and then they were just dancing there like stripper. They were waving, and Ali was like, "Hey, talks like this, it's so amazing," and he was being stupid. I was like, "Oh come on, this is so dumb." After a while, I told Ali I want to go to toilet again, so I went to the toilet room. And I also sent the location to my mom and talked to her about what was going on. And it was just a bar, something like that. Then I think it took around 5 minutes to 10 minutes. So I walked out from the toilet room and I walked to my table. I found that there were 2 bottles of champagne. They were all open already. I was thinking, oh my god, this is the showtime, huh? And then you could see Ali was sitting in the middle. And then there were 2 Ukrainian girls, on both of his sides. He was grabbing them like this, and he was also kissing them, something like that. It was a typical the guy in the bar, things like that. And then I was like, oh, okay, so it's nice. Then I was sitting in front of him. I took out my phone, I pressed the recording button, and then I said, oh, Ali, I didn't actually order this. Ali, you know that you're gonna pay for that money, right? I'm not gonna pay for it. Okay, I think this is a critical point that I think most people, whatever with your friends or whatever, normally you don't dare to say what you really think. But this is totally not my way. Even though I'm Chinese and you think that most Asian people are shy, but now me, I'm ShameleSis, okay? I'm fucking shameless. So if I think something, I will speak it out, no matter what type of situation it is. I don't really care about the social validation. I don't care about the social acceptance. I don't care about I will have no friends. It's fine, If the friends are like Ali, they just want to rip me off, no way I will let that happen, okay? So that's why I said clearly that Ali, you're gonna pay for your bills, and I only pay for my mojito, which is only $7. Okay? And then I said, oh yeah, no problem. I have money. Let's drink. And then I said, Ali, I don't drink alcohol because it's true. I don't drink alcohol because I'm a natural high. I don't really need alcohol to boost up my confidence or boost up my energy. I don't need that. I don't smoke. I don't take drugs. I don't take alcohol. So this is basically my healthy life. So then I could save enough energy to seduce guys and suck their cocks. I cannot talk something that is too sexual, because this is a YouTube channel. We need to be healthy. We are vegetarians. We only eat bamboo. Then after I was sure that everything was recorded in the phone, and then I was also, I stood up, and also I was shaking together with the music. And I said, hey, you can grab the girls. I can order 2 girls for you. And then I was standing there, I was looking at him, and also I'm looking at the girls, because the Ukrainian girls, they saw me looking at them, At least first they were happy, but suddenly because my face was a little serious, I was like this. And then they suddenly got like frozen, and they were curious about why I was giving that, reaction. I held my arms and I said, Ali, actually, I will tell you the truth that I am not interested in the girls. I'm actually only interested in you because you're handsome. I like guys. And then suddenly, the girls, their face were seriously lit up. They were like, oh my God. And then they were looking at each other like this, like they were exchanging messages because the 2 girls they were both like, sitting beside Ali. And Ali was a little like dumb and shocked, but he was like trying to calm him down. And he said, and he basically, squeezed out the words. He said, okay, I think I can accept the guys. That's why I felt like Ali as a scammer was so desperate because he just wants to get money from me. So basically, first, he said something bad about his religion. And second, he somehow admitted that he would be okay to be gay or something just because he wanted to get money from me. It was hilarious. I rushed into Ali and Ali, I love you. I grabbed Ali, I think the 2 girls, besides Ali, they've never seen, including Ali, they've never seen this situation gonna happen. It was like, this crazy, what the fuck is this crazy bitch? But somehow I could see, like the girls were somehow first, they were surprised. Second, they were excited too, I think in the back, it was always done as the baits to seduce the customers, make the customer to pay a lot of money. But it was the first time they see that actually he become the bait. So that's why it totally changed the 2 girls' mind, and they were like, oh, because I was grabbing, I was sitting on Ali's lap, and I was like grabbing his chest. I was like hugging him, like kissing him. I got 2 girls. They never saw this happen before, and they were laughing so loud. And Ali was so embarrassed, and he was sitting there like, I think probably in his mind he was thinking, what the fuck? I just want to get some money. Why suddenly I become the male prostitute or some stuff? I don't get it. So then I was sitting with Ali. I was grabbing his neck. I was like, oh Ali, you're so handsome. I love you so much. I was talking the bullshit, and so I was also I was I grabbed the drink and the glass, and I was toasting him for several drinks. Maybe 4 glasses of the champagne, and then I said, "Oh, Ali, I think it's a little late, because I have to catch the last train." And then right before I was trying to leave away from the table, Ali said, "Okay, I want to go with you. Let's pay for the money. Let's pay for the money." So then the waiter came over, and then he showed us the bill. At that time, it was also interesting that the waiter we didn't ask the waiter that, oh, we're going to check out. But the waiter just came automatically that brought the bill with us, and then it showed around $7,000. That was crazy. That champagne had even no name. It was not even a brand. I never heard about that brand. Ali took out his wallet, the crappy wallet, the broken wallet, the poor wallet, and then took out his credit card, but it's a debit card. And he was pretending to flush it. It was like beep, beep. It means it doesn't work, okay? And then he said, oh, I think the card got something wrong, and I hope you could help me pay for it, and I will give you the money back very fast. Don't worry, my dad have money, and he will transfer the money to my account. I will pay you right away. We need to get out of here first, or something like that. I was thinking, I was like, I was looking at Ali because I stood up already. I said, Ali, let's say this way. I know this is a scam, and I don't have that money. I only got $50. And actually, my bill, for the mojito is only $7. I don't really mind that I will give you $20, and you're gonna finish the rest of the shit yourself. It's not my business. So I took out the $20 note, and then I lay it on flat on the table. And then I said, bye-bye, Ali, and I was trying to leave. And there were two bodyguards stopped me. And then I turned back, I looked at Ali, I said, Ali, what is this? He was like, look at me, and totally silent, speechless. And then I stood there, with my two hands crossed. And I also took out the phone and sent a message to my mom. I said, it's fine, Mom, it's okay. The drama just gonna start. And Ali said, do you have your phone? Maybe you can put your phone here, and I'm sure I'm gonna pay the money back to you. I said, Ali, I don't have the phone. Look, I opened my bag. It got nothing there. I said, look, I only got this crappy iPhone 6. You should let me go, and otherwise I'm gonna call the police. Then he said, you just need to pay first, or blah 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 like that. I said, no, it's not my way. Okay, I only pay mine. He stood up. I saw there was a back door. And then he somehow opened that door and he disappeared. And then I looked at the bodyguard. I said, so what is going on? So I was not the person who ordered this champagne. And also I'm not even a straight guy. I don't like girls. Why the fuck I will come here if it was not because of him? But I thought, it was a waste of my time because the two bodyguards didn't speak English at all. They couldn't understand what I was talking about. I said, I'm gonna go to that door to give a check. And then the bodyguards, they were following me. The moment I opened the door, I found that it was only one direction stair leading to another floor. It's only upstairs. I look at the bodyguards. I said, Ali, they nod their head. Because that time that was the second floor. So I walked to the third floor, and then there was a small room. You could see the door. There was a light behind it, and then I knocked it and I opened it, and with a small gap, I peeked inside. I found Ali was talking to a middle-aged man, okay? And that room was a dorm. Then I figured out, okay, that must be the staff room. My intuition told me that guy must be Ali's father because first they look alike, okay? Second, I could tell the way Ali was looking at him, he was showing a much respect and he was nervous, he was afraid. Then I came into the room, they looked at me first and then they kept talking, in Turkish language. Okay, that time, it was obvious. Ali was not from Dubai. He was just a Turkish guy, okay, a Turkish scammer. And then I said, hey, Ali, who is this guy? And Ali looked at me. He said, oh, this is the boss. I said, is he your father? And Ali, he looked at me and he said, yes. And I said, it's okay that I wanted to talk to you personally. Can you ask your father to go out for a while, maybe 10 minutes or some stuff? And then his father just went out. So it was only me and Ali in the room. Handsome Ali. And then the moment his father left the room, Ali said, if you already know this is a scam, why you followed me here? And then I stared at him and said, because I love you. And Ali said, oh, what the fuck? And then I suddenly grabbed him and hugged him so tight. I said, Ali, I'm lonely. I'm lonely in Turkey, and I need you. You're so handsome. You're my man, and I don't know why. I'm being with you. I feel so secure. Even you're a scammer. Please scam me. And then Ali was like, oh, what the fuck? And then he just pushed me away. And I said, oh, if you love me, can you help me pay the bill? I was like, oh my god, fuck, you still think about the bill. That's why, I would give Ali credits because he's still a professional scammer. Because even though I was being dramatic and he didn't forget that I still need to pay the money. And I said, Ali, I don't know why, why you think I'm rich? Look the way I'm dressing, do you think I'm rich? And then he said, but you use iPhone X. I said, oh, come on, Ali, you have no idea. Every loser, they use iPhone X. So it was so hilarious. So Ali was dumb, And he even said, where's your iPhone X? Probably just put the phone there and then as a deposit. I said, look, I'm using iPhone 6. So I don't know where's my iPhone X. And then he's look around, and I even just pull out my pocket to show him I got nothing there. I even show him my bag. And then he knew, like, I hide everything somewhere else. In my iPhone 6, there are a lot of pornos. There are the straight pornos. So it's a guy with women. Based on my experience, I think most people, they like Japanese porno because they have their fantasy towards a Japanese woman because they are so compliant. They give the man enough space or dominance, to make the man feel like they are powerful, they are muscular or some stuff. But in fact, whatever you're guys, girls, or gays, it's hard for straight guys to convince a woman to have sex or for a date because women, they are picky, yeah? They don't easily, give you the chance. They need you to put some effort, in order to reach their standard, to reach their, the door, to open the door, to offer you the sex opportunity. So in reality, it's not like that. Girls, especially in the dating, the sex, they are more dominant, okay? Unless you pay the money, okay? But, in the Japanese porno, with this fantasy, so, the guys, they can think, like, they can ask the girl to do whatever they want. So, oh, I'm the king, and you're just my slave, things like that. I could easily, intuitively know that Ali, as a guy working for his father, his feelings, his emotions are super suppressed. So that's why he needs to find a way to release that desire. So Japanese porno is a perfect match for him. And that's why I knew that Japanese porno must be his favorite. And I scroll, and I found the Japanese one, and I played it. And the whole room was like, this kind of sound, it was so crazy. I could tell, right away, Ali's face was frozen. It seems like, the Japanese porno suddenly taken over his head, his mind. He had no space to think about other things. I think he forgot everything. All he could see was just horny, sexual things. And then I put the phone into his hand. I said, hold it, Ali. And then he was holding this like this, and he was still, looking at this, so obsessed with it. And then I just walked behind him, and then I was grab him like this and started to touch his chest. Then I placed my jaw on his right shoulder, and then I was whispering at his ear. I said, Ali, I know it's so frustrating to work with your father, and he didn't give you any space, any freedom. That's why you're lonely. So I know you're horny. I know what you want. Everyone wants desire. Everyone wants sex. Everyone wants love. So why not, since you are lonely, frustrated, horny, and today I'm here for you. So as long as I was whispering, it was like a chanting, it was like a brainwashing his head, and I was grabbing his chest, and I moved down until I reached the hard bamboo. I would say it's fucking big. It was a big bamboo. Oh my god, I love it so much. I was like, oh my god, I thought, this is my fucking correct decision, I made, that I jumped into the scammer's trap, and then at the end, I am the predator and you are my prey. Ali was still watching my iPhone 6 with the porno playing. It was like, I could feel like the whole room was full of hormone. It was like all the lovely vibration, energy was flowing magnetic. It was so amazing. So in the dorm, there was a small toilet room at the corner. And when we were inside, I knelt down and I took off his jeans. This is something I like Muslim people, I think first, because they're bamboo, they are circumcised. And so it somehow is clean. And also probably you know that when the guy is circumcised, and that bamboo can grow a little bigger. So that's why it feels good, and also it tastes good. So that's why I will give credit for the Muslim people. Okay, I love you. And then the guys are horny and they're pretty calm. Okay, we ooze a lot. It was dripping. It was like, oh my god, that is a beautiful bamboo. With a lot of energy inside, with a lot of desire. That is a God-made art. It's so beautiful. Oh, I miss Ali. I feel like, to be honest, I miss Ali so much. I feel like, oh my god, he's such a nice guy for me, even though he was a scammer, okay? Oh, I miss him so much, to be honest. Oh. Even though I'm a slut, I have sex with a lot of guys, but I'm always very careful. in another level. So whenever I go, I always bring this with me. So what is this? This is HIV tester. This can test whether that person has HIV or not within 1 minute, okay? And there's one disposal needle. So basically, you just twist it, open it, you can use it one time. I think people, they got diabetes, they know what is this. So basically, you just plug here, it has no pain. And then you can see the blood comes out like this. Oh, so good. I'm a psychopath. Anyway, so basically, if you see I prick here, so it doesn't come a lot of blood. But actually, you should prick on your fingertip here. And then they're gonna come a lot of blood. And it looks like this. So basically, you have to massage the finger. Make 5 drops of your blood and into this small socket. Then within 1 minute, you can see like there's a bar will go from the bottom to the top. If the person is HIV negative, it will only show 1 line. It's the same like pregnant test, okay? If that person is positive, that person is gonna show 2 lines, like at the C level and the T level, okay? So I don't give a fuck about using condom or some stuff because it still runs some of the risk, okay? So it's better to know that whether that person is, okay, HIV positive or negative. Okay, maybe you guys know that, you know, for HIV, it has window period, okay? So that's why, you know, at a certain time, you cannot test out whether this person is negative or positive. But you know, it depends on the tester's generation. So the latest generation of the new technology, okay, the window period is within 15 days. But this product I bought is 30 days. So that means after that person got HIV and after 30 days, you can test out, okay, that person is HIV negative or positive. And because before I asked Ali, you know, Muslim people, they are very conservative, okay? They normally don't have sex. Okay, that's a fact. Okay. Then Ali said, you know, his last time had sex was like half a year ago, something like that. I was like, oh my god, that was so desperate. I seriously feel sorry for Ali. You know, normally the HIV tester, you need to prick this on the finger. Okay, but I just want to do revenge because I'm a psychopath. Yeah, I took this out. And then I use this pricked on his bamboo. You know, guys' bamboo are fucking sensitive. So when I was doing that, it was so fucking painful for him. Because that time he was watching the Japanese action movie, and then he was suddenly felt the pain. Oh my god, what the fuck? And then he saw his bamboo was bleeding with a lot of blood. I said, Ali, it's fine, you know, it's just for your health. And I was still, you know, bullshitting. And then I took out the tester, and then I just grabbed that bamboo and dropped like 5 blood inside. And this is the tester of Ali. And you can see that time was 2018 October, and that is Ali's tester. And it's shown, and he is HIV negative. After the prick, you know, you could see a red mark, okay, on the top of the bamboo. And then after I knew Ali was negative, okay, then I started to do my job, okay, my B job. Yeah, you know, who is the victim? Who is the winner? Who is the loser? It's obvious. You want to play this game to me? Sorry, Ali. Your IQ and EQ are not there yet. And then I was starting to blow it, give it a nice blow. Slowly, sometimes slow, sometimes hard. You know, the bamboo is very strong. It's very, you know, it felt so good, you know, to hold his Turkish bamboo. That time I was blowing his bamboo, and also I was using my left hand, I was grabbing 2 balls, and also I was using my middle finger, I was poking, you know, but not too much inside, because that time the guys would feel, you know, very sensitive, and it was just like around the rim, and then, you know, it was easy for Ali to get, you know, stimulated, and then Ali said, and like this. So yeah, I swallowed. It was tasty. It was full of his energy, full of the protein from Turkey, the bamboo essence. Oh my god, that's so wonderful that time. You know that, you know, after the guys, they release the energy, they become so vulnerable, they become so weak. And then, so Ali walked up the room, and then there was a sofa, he sat on it. I think he was feeling tired, and like dramatic, it was too much in his head, I think what's going on. So he sat there with a very down face, and he was like typing something. It felt like he's a zombie, you know, it feels like I sucked the soul out from him. Then I took out my phone, I was filming him. And I seriously felt like, Ali was a piece of art, a human art. I felt like, okay, his body was so perfect, a nice proportion. It's like a golden ratio everywhere. His face, his body, his hair. But with this smoky and tired and face, you feel like, oh, this is a handsome face. But this handsome face had suffered something. You can feel the time left some scar on his face. It's not just wrinkle. It feels like he's so tired. He's so used. He's no longer vibrant. He's no longer energetic like he was used to be. You feel like he's old. He's old. He felt like this guy had been taken so much in his life. You don't know what's going on in his head. Okay, that's why he chose to be a scammer. He chose to do something maybe he didn't like. Probably he had no choice. I don't know what was going on because I may want to know more about him, but I just felt like, it is a beautiful, beautiful combination. The art is a natural, beautiful male body, okay, together with the social craftsman of catastrophe, of trauma in his life. It gives strong contrast. You just feel like it's so impactful, okay? That's why I feel like, it's sad. In general, people, they are somehow suppressed. No matter Western people or no matter Asian people. They're suppressed by the social standard, the social norm. And then they want to they want to get exception from the society. So that's why they have to suppress their feeling, their real emotion, in order to follow some certain standard. But I think for people, living in a Muslim country, and I think their emotion or their human nature are even more suppressed. So that's why I think Ali has a lot of things going on in his mind, in his body. Whatever is desire, whatever is hope, whatever is dream. It's just too far away for him. It's like it's like the Great Gatsby. It's like the green light far away from your sight. You want to catch it, but you cannot. You just cannot. So that's why I feel like, yeah, it was great. We had a great sex. Yeah, even that was just a bamboo job, okay? But somehow I could empathize that Ali's feeling in a deeper way. That's why I like the bamboo activity, the bamboo exercise, because after the bamboo exercise, you get closer to the person. You feel that person from the body to the mind, and all kinds of hormones are playing, and the show, ends, and it all comes to the silence, the philosophical time. You can feel something deep. You can feel something that is out there. It's not simple. It's not just shallow. It's deep. You don't have to talk about that. You don't have to say that. You just can feel it. I think that is the best moment, after the bamboo exercise. And then I walked behind him, and I said, Ali, are you feeling good? I put my two hands on his shoulders, and I was, massaging his back to make him feel comfortable. And Ali said, oh, it was great. Thank you. I was like, oh, Ali, it's okay, we're friends. He took out one cigarette and started to smoke. Every time he smoked, the cig was so deep, and it feels like he lost his soul, and he was trying to use that cigarette to feel that energy back. Then I leaned down, also I was put my face, next to his face, and I was hugging him. At that time he was naked, and I was grabbing him, and I was kissing at his cheek. I said, Ali, I love you. And he was just smiling with no words. He said, we should go. He stood up, started to dress up. Then we walked out of the door. So between the second floor and the third floor, then there was a landing. His father was standing there, also smoking. And then I was thinking that, is that old man waiting there all the time? Oh my God, he's so fucking patient. But also I was thinking, okay, if, this thing happens, like they were trying to scam me, I think Ali has no power to talk or to let me go. So somehow I need to get his father's permission, in order to let me leave. Then we walked down, and we stood in front of his father, and they started to talk Turk. I was like a happy bird. I jumped right behind Ali's father, and then I was putting my two hands on his shoulder, and I was grabbing his face. I said, "Oh, Papa, I give you a massage. I will give you a massage." And his father was also shocked. He didn't know what was going on. I think he never met this thing happen, but because he was old, he pretended he knew what's going on. He pretended he's fine with that, and he was keep smoking, and I was massaging his shoulders. And I said, let's go. And then I dragged him to the upper floor, and we went to the room again. And you know, right before I went to the room, and I peeked. I looked back at Ali, and Ali was standing on the middle landing. He was like, I opened the door, then I turned off the light, I pushed his father slowly, on one of the bunk bed. I was massaging him, I sit on his back with my two legs astride, and I was massaging him, like slowly. And then just after a while, maybe 2 minutes or 3 minutes, I said, make it turn. And then his father was very compliant. And his father was like an amenable boy. And he just listened to my order and make a turn. Then I opened his shirt and with his, like middle-aged man belly, okay? It was cute, with some body hair, it's sexy. And then I was massaging it. It felt like you were touching a cute teddy bear. And also I was grabbing the two grapes. Then I unzipped his pants. I think, that's the biological connection. I think both Ali and Ali's father, they are all sensitive. So that's why without too much stimulation, they can easily get the bamboo hard, okay? Erected. You can see the shape of the ridge of his underwear. It was a dark blue underwear, I could remember, and it was made in China. Then I just slowly, carefully, unfold it. Then that bamboo just goes up. And then I would keep massaging it. I think if Ali's sensitivity was like 4 out of 5, I think his father is totally 5 of 5. And I was just massaging it. And then that bamboo was starting to jerk. And suddenly by my intuition, I know that, oh my God, it's coming. Put my mouth on top of his bamboo, and there's a bunch of essence coming out from the bamboo. It was abundant. So then I figured out, probably both, Ali and Ali's father, it's been a long time for them, have their last sex, okay? And then his father was like, it was so soothing. You can feel like he got a lot of relaxation going on. And then the moment there was a full of that, energy drink in my mouth, I feel like, oh my God, I somehow eat Ali's brother and sisters. Yeah, I feel like I've eaten the whole family. It was like, oh my God, it feels so good. It's like a double bonus. And then I just stood up, and I left the room. And then the song I came out, and I was walking down. Ali was standing on the landing. He put his two hands into his pockets, and he was looking at me cautiously. And then Ali said, "What did you do to my father?" I was like, Ali was like, "What?" And I said, "Come on, Ali. You are lonely. Your father is lonely, and you just both need some, relaxation, like a bamboo massage." And then he was shaking his head. It was like unbelievable. And then I was happily acting like a, naughty cat. And I was like, Ali, I love your dad. It was shocking. It was too shocking for him. I think this thing never ever happened in the past, It was too much. It was too much for him. And then I hugged his neck. And then I widely opened my mouth and exhale like this, I just want him to smell the fume of his brothers and sisters or whatever. And I walked down to the second floor, opened the exit door, and I came back to the bar. All the staff there, they looked at us, they had no clue what was going on. It was so much beyond their imagination. And in the bar, I could see there was another group of people, and there was I think that guy was also Chinese. There was a Chinese guy with another Turkish scammer over there, For me, I don't want to get trouble. I had tried my best with my bamboo massaging and bamboo sucking skill to get me out of the trap and get what I want. I have no intention to get this drama bigger or put me into the trap. It's not just I don't want to help him. It's like I cannot help you. It's just I just get myself out from the trap. It's done for me. I was trying to walk out of the bar to the first floor. But the moment I reached to the door, and then the two bodyguards, stopped me again. And then I look at Ali, I said, Ali, I want them. And then Ali said, no, 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 no. And then he just hit the arm of the bodyguards away. And I said, no, no, no. He was like this. It's like, just get rid of this Chinese as fast as possible. Then I walked downstairs, out of the door of the bar. The song I was out, I felt like, with the fresh air, I felt like, this drama is with a beautiful happy ending. Yeah. What a nice happy ending. And then I just kept walking. But, suddenly I just felt like it was so quiet, so silent. You couldn't hear anything. It was like the whole world is muted. I started to feel lonely again. And, I wish, the moment I had with Ali and with his father, it could last forever, because it's so dramatic, so interesting, so adventurous. And you could feel the love, the energy, the flow, the magnetic, the film, whatever, the brothers, sisters. So I was standing there for like 1 minute around. I was trying to feel it. And then I heard Ali come. He confronted me and he said, why are you still here? I said, Ali, I think I like you. And I love you. I want to spend more time with you. Is that possible? And he was like, yeah, if you want to. So then, two of us, we were walking along the road. It was dark, it was quiet, and it felt like the whole world, it was only me and Ali. The romance was in the air. The beautiful, energetic light knife in Turkey, in Istanbul, this fancy city. It was a totally different culture. I just feel like it's so lonely. I feel like everyone is so lonely. Everyone needs love. Everyone needs sex, the bamboo exercise. Everyone needs the fun of life. They are suffocating themselves among this modern Islamic culture. Ali broke the silence and he said, you don't feel petrified? You are not afraid of me? I said, why I have to be afraid of you? And he said, because you probably know I'm a scammer already. You are not afraid that probably I would kill you. I said, Ali, come on, why the fuck you gonna kill me? You're not psychopath, right? You just want to get some money and you're just lonely, right? So whatever you're Muslim, whatever you are a guy, straight or gay or woman, we're all lonely. We're just coming here, suffering in this world. And I can fully resonate with you. I can understand, I could empathize that you're feeling of, living in this city, being poor, feeling emotionally suppressed, working with your daddy, giving him a lot of dominance, and a lot of things. So that's why I feel like if you're lonely and I'm lonely, why not we can create some fun? So even though I know you're a scammer, so I just want to guarantee that my money will not be ripped off by you, but I still give that door open that I want to have some interesting interaction with you. And after this, he started to tell me the truth. So in Turkey, actually, they got two ethnics. It's like one, they call them Turkish, and the other group, they call them Kurdish. So inside Turkey, the Turkish people, okay, it's the same like the country's name. So they are more dominant. And the Kurdish people, they are less dominant. So somehow, they felt like they are colonized by the Turkish people, okay? So these two ethnics, they always fight each other for territory, for power, for things. So inside Turkey, the majority, the Turkish people, they look down upon the Kurdish people. So Ali's father is Turkish, but his mother is Kurdish. So basically, they love each other and they get married. But this marriage was not blessed. So it was cursed by Ali's paternal grandparents. So they were all against this marriage. That's why after they got married, after Ali was born, it was not too long. So Ali's paternal grandparents forced her to leave the family. Then she married to an American guy and they went to the US. After that, they lost connection. They got no contact at all. So since very young, Ali got no mother. He had no maternal love. He held strong resentment towards his father and his father's clan. After his grandparents died, his father got a heritage, but his father was gambling, so basically all the money was squandered. This is also something very interesting that in the Muslim country, it's forbidden to have alcohol. It's forbidden to have gambling. But basically you can see, most people, they just do it without carrying the restrictions, the constraints. And because, that's the human nature. Because whatever how restricted the law is, the restriction is, basically the human nature still plays its role in the society. After Ali's father lost all the money, Ali just thought, his father was completely a loser. And then I asked, how come your father still got money to open this bar? He said because his father took some loan from a mafia, and then they started to organize this bar. I think deep down, his father felt sorry to the Kurdish people, and his father hired all Kurdish people to work inside. But after the bar got opened, his father had no management, organizing a bar, so the income was lower and lower. Then his father listened to other people who were running the bar business, and they started to do the scamming things. And then Ali said that, if we don't do this business, we will have no place to live. And I was thinking, oh my God, so your father took a lot of loan to open this bar just because you guys want to find a place to live? That is so good. Then we walk, talk, and then we found a dark corner, and then we were there, we hugged each other, we kissed each other, it was so romantic. And I said, Ali, I want to go back to your room. And Ali said, are you crazy? You just came out from there. I said, it's fine, we're friends, it's just like a friend's revisit. And then, okay, so we went back to the bar, and that time, I already see like the Chinese guy was already arguing with them about this payment or some stuff, Again, I don't want to get myself in trouble. I was sorry for him, but it was not my business. So basically, I followed Ali back to the dorm. And then we got another 2 times there. Oh, that was so good. Oh my God. After that, I left Ali alone in the room, and I walked out of the bar, I followed Google Map back to Starbucks. Luckily, it was still open. So I went to the same toilet and took off the cover of the bin and took off the disgusting rubbish bag. And then, my belongings were still there. So I got everything and left. Because that time was so late, I missed the last train back to Karakoi. So I took a night bus. So in the car, I was watching the view, the nightlife view of Turkey. It was beautiful, it was wonderful. And I was using my tongue to scrape my mouth like this. I was retasting the essence from Ali and Ali's father's bamboo eye. It was so amazing. I felt like, oh my God, my trip of Turkey is worthy. It's so worthy. But at the same time, I was thinking that, yeah, this world is so big. We only got one lifespan living here. But I don't see the point that why everyone wants to suppress their feeling. It's like you have to live the moment, right? And everyone wants to be loved, to be cared, to be connected. But somehow there's a lot of barriers. The cultural barrier, the language barrier, the family barrier, the religious barrier, the political barrier. They are all like the shit things is all behaving like blockages, along the way of us getting connected. I feel like why the fuck all the people, most people, they give a fuck about this shit, We should clear away the blockage. We should get connected. We should love each other. We should have bamboo exercise with each other happily, enjoyfully, freely. Yeah, that's the thing. But the reality is no. Everyone is conservative. Everyone is so close-minded. They don't feel secure if they walk out from their boundaries. That's why I feel like I am a psychopath. I can fully understand what is going on with this world. But I would say I'm very helpless. I couldn't help any of the things. So I tell myself is that since I couldn't change anything, I just want to live happily. I just want to, enjoy my life, my only one chance lifetime. Because I don't believe the past life or afterlife. That's why you really have to be responsible of your feeling, your emotion, your life. Sometimes I don't see myself as a human. I see myself more like a naughty cat. Meow, meow. I was just like, running around from different people, from people to people, like interacting with different type of people, different type of culture, different type of religion. And I felt great, to have a free body, free mind. I feel free to talk whatever I want to say. Even though I could say I'm a bitch, I'm an asshole, but I still have friends. That's why I feel like the personality, the people are so diverse in this world. I don't want to narrow myself into a certain type of personality or a certain range in the personality spectrum. It means like, I only prefer this type of people, that type of people, I will hate those. No, this is totally not my way. For me, I enjoy it. I enjoy everyone. It's like beautiful chemical reaction with different colors, with different vibes. Why the fuck you have to limit yourself? Meow meow. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and share. I know ShameleSis is a weirdo, but I know you're gonna like me because I'm a different color for your life.